New from Vinegar Syndrome from 1986 is Reform School Girls. Now, this is a movie that I had seen the trailer for a few times, but I'd never had the pleasure of seeing it. There's a little image on the back to give you an idea of this crazy pastiche of a movie. It's basically a kind of parody of women in prison movies, and it picks all the best parts while still creating some wonderful characters, some great situations, and a hell of a lot of nudity. But it fits perfectly well within the movie. We join this movie as we meet Jenny on her way to reform school as the kind of judge gives her a harsh sentence. She gets there to discover an absolute zoo-like place. Charlie, played by Wendy O. Williams, who is the oldest looking teenager I've ever seen, a kind of woman that almost rebels against clothing throughout the film, refusing to wear much more than a bra and pants. And she is kind of, although she is within this reform school, she is kind of working for Big Edna, played by Pat Ast.
Charlie, you're nothing but a stupid kid from Cleveland. Just a shit stain on the panties of life.
You should know you lick them every night.
Pretty much the Nurse Ratched of this movie. She's the woman that just comes in, beats the women, takes great pleasure in it, loves the torture, a little bit of a sadist within her, and she's the kind of second in line for Warden Suter, who is a character that appears now and again, but it's all about Jenny, her rivalry with Chrissy, and with bonding with some of the other girls, and as they kind of come up against their adversities. It's incredibly fun and well shot. The performances are so over the top and in your face that you can't help but smile watching some of the crazy acting choices that have gone on here, but they are very much welcome.
Take care of your friend. She just had a little accident.
The action is plentiful within this one, and if you're looking for movies with a little bit of skin on show, then look no further, because this was a movie where clothing was indeed optional quite a lot of the time, and it just kind of adds to a lot of fun within this movie. These are unbridled women who are put behind bars at a young age, who are struggling to survive within the struggling climate of this boiling pot that they are in, and they are trying to rebel against the system as best they can. It hits almost every trope you can imagine about prison movies or kids in reform schools or those kind of movies. But you know what? It does it in such a pleasing manner that I couldn't help but just enjoy this one and go along for the ride. It looks terrific. It's a kind of smallish sets. You can see that they reused the ones plenty of times. The characters all look to be having a hell of a lot of fun. We get to meet some secondary characters who pop up for a couple of scenes. They're incredibly funny, like the guy that appears and just takes advantage of the women just because he can, who gets Jenny in a situation that gets her locked in the hole for a period of time. I think the real trio here of main actors, you've got Linda Carroll, Wendy O. Williams, you've got Pat Ast, and I think these three particularly, as the three main characters within the movie, all give wonderful performances. Yes, they're caricatured, yes, they're over the top, but it's very fitting in this parody movie. Reform School Girls is incredibly fun. It's incredibly entertaining. It's a quick 94 minutes with lots of action, very little downtime. There is always something to look at, something happening on screen. There is also something fun happening in pretty much every scene as well. I had a great deal of time with Reform School Girls, and one that was a pleasant surprise for me. I hadn't seen it before. I had seen the trailer, I wasn't sure what I was getting, but this is most definitely a winner for me.
This is gonna hurt you more than it hurts me.
I would thoroughly recommend picking up Reform School Girls. It was so enjoyable. one of those movies, doesn't take itself seriously, knows exactly what it wants to do, and delivers on that fun excitement that I was hoping to get, and I was happy for it to deliver. I'd love to know your thoughts on Reform School Girls. If you've seen it before, are you picking up the disc? What you thought about it if you've watched it? Of course, let me know in the comment box below. We'll have a little chit chat about this movie.
Time flies when you're having fun. Time's double. Put it on her record.
As always, there's more content up there. You can see more of my stuff if you wish. If you want to click that like button, that'll stop me getting put to Reform School as well, where bad and terrible things would probably happen to me. And then if you want to join the Patreon or the membership program, you can do so, and that would be amazing. And if you can't do that just now, even just watching my videos helps out the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Man v Film.